So in this training, we're looking at building powerful stories. And before we can really get into building fresh, powerful stories that reinvent what's gone before, where you create something new, something desirable, something brilliant, something you've kind of wanted but not felt you could touch, before we can finally get into that and really embrace it, we want to build on what we've already done. So the first two modules have been about planting seeds, about creating practices that help you lower the background defenses of your subconscious mind to stop it doing this. No. So we've been doing that. And it's important that you have worked through all of those modules. So if you haven't done that already, go and do that. I know I said that on another training, but I want to repeat it. It's very important. But this module is about creating this powerful story. So let's look first at what are the stories you're already running in the background that you don't even realize you're running, or realize that actually those are the stories potentially that are holding you back. Now, I might sound like I'm being cryptic, but stick with me. What I want you to do is close your eyes for a second. In fact, for longer than a second. Close your eyes and allow yourself to simply settle down for a moment. Just appreciate the calm. And if you're in a space where you can't close your eyes right now, if there's noise around you, stop the video and come back. Close the door, lower the lights, get yourself comfortable, and sit down and close your eyes. And to begin with, just allow the thoughts to tumble in and tumble out. And then allow your attention to focus on the past, on the kind of challenges that you've faced coming into this program, the blocks that stand in your way. Maybe they're about success. Maybe they're about money. Maybe they're about self-belief, how you look. Whatever it is, allow yourself to think about that particular thing, that thing that you want, that feels still too distant. And as you think of that, cast your mind back through the years, maybe going all the way back through childhood, through your adulthood. Just allow the thoughts, and your mind will show you moments, places, people, things that were said, memories that stick. And memories remain to remind us, to teach us. We carry them with us. They either support us and move forwards, or they hold us back. So what are the thoughts that occur to you that relate to this stuckness? And while you're thinking, staying calm, not worrying too much what comes to you now, it really doesn't matter. You can come back to this through the day, tomorrow. We're just planting seeds. Let me share with you some of the things that I remember that relate to success. I remember my father telling me that if I were to take on a job as a financial advisor, he would disown me. That I would somehow be stealing people's money, cheating. And my dad had never, ever told me I couldn't do anything before. I was a daddy's girl. So him putting his foot down in such a powerful way left a lasting impression. It made me uncomfortable about money, asking people, charging for what I did, for expertise. Or maybe there are those memories associated with money from childhood. You can't afford that. We can't afford that. Maybe there are things that were said or things that happened, like arguments in the house. I know there were arguments in my house so often about not having enough money. Loud arguments. And there was I, a child in bed, hearing the noise, feeling afraid of the argument. That association with money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Want doesn't get. We can't afford that. Those kind of messages get planted. And the very fact that we can remember them suggests they still exist. They still hold that power, that lesson that our subconscious mind thinks we need to take forwards with us to protect us from that hurt, that pain we felt back then. We don't need to carry anymore. Or maybe you remember things to do with weight or how you look. No one will ever marry you. That was something from my childhood, from my brothers. No one will ever want to marry you. Never the pretty one. Always the nice one. There was always somebody else who was prettier, more desirable, who boys wanted to go out with. Never me. Perhaps there's associations with your age, things you heard in the past, that at 55 you should be grateful for what you've got. Grateful for simply having a job at all, for having a home. To expect more would be greedy. So while I'm talking, just allow your mind to continue showing you little pockets and snippets of memories and moments of times and places. See where you were. Remember the faces, the furnishings, the surroundings, the scenery, the colour of the front door or the carpet or the rug, the sofa, the street. Remember where you were. Be there. And now allow yourself to notice that stories come through, that those memories somehow have underpinning threads, perhaps, that hold them together. Little phrases. You'll never have enough money. You can't do this. No one will ever want you. Successful people are greedy people. Successful people are abusive people. Perhaps there are underpinning messages. Just allow yourself to find those threads, to hear the background, the phrase that runs in the background of the memories that slowly surfaces. And remember, it doesn't have to be now in this moment, but allow yourself to be aware through the rest of the day, through tomorrow, and allow those thoughts, those memories to surface and find the phrase that captures that whole not being good enough, that you're undeserving in some way, but find the deeper phrase, the phrase that runs in the background. Because this is the phrase that's writing, or has been writing, the story till now. And through this module, you'll begin to unpick this phrase, to challenge it, to diminish it, to cast it aside. You could allow yourself for a moment now to think of that phrase, if it occurs to you that moment, to know that it isn't yours, it's somebody else's, from some other time, from some other place. You could allow yourself to simply envisage it in some kind of basket that you just push away, burn, dissolve, drop, leave behind. You could do that now, or you could do it later. But you know it's not you, it's somebody else. Somebody else's stuff. Allow it to drift away, destroy it, do whatever you feel is necessary. And know, in fact, you could shout it at the screen right now. This is not me. That is not me. Because, and finish the sentence, because I'm extraordinary, I'm amazing. I've done all kinds of incredible things. I've learned so much that other people didn't think I could learn. I've achieved so much. I have so much potential inside of me. People do love me. I've been successful in all kinds of things. I can do this. Words matter. But sometimes there are insignificant words that we give no meaning to that mean something on a deeper level. So this process is about gently teasing out what those words are that associate with images and memories and moments and places and people. And for now, just capturing them. You could try to let go of them. You could just let go of them. But for now, it really doesn't matter. Allow yourself to notice and then begin to create a counter story. That's not me because. So now, bring yourself back into this space and breathe gently and open your eyes. And you might wonder the purpose of this particular training, this little mini hypnosis session. But we'll be building on this in other sessions. This is just a way of tapping in to some of those things that we can forget are there in the background. We can not realize are in the background. We can consume ourselves with busyness to make sure we don't notice that they're in the background. But this particular training is around giving yourself permission to just have a look in there, to just open the room where the spiders live. You don't have to go in yet, but just prepare the ground. So you might like to revisit this, as I said earlier, through the day, through tomorrow. Things will occur to you, other memories, other moments, and you can capture them. You could start by capturing those thoughts, those sayings that you remember, perhaps, those moments, and identify how they're not you. They're somebody else's things, something that belongs in a different time for a different person, but not for you, not your belief. And you could begin by adding in, that's not me because. And then, as if you're playing that game where you imagine that everyone's in a balloon and you have to justify your existence in the balloon because, and list all the reasons why you should be in the balloon. This is all the reasons why. That's not you. Those beliefs aren't you. So there'll be a worksheet to go with this. But listen to this anytime you want to revisit this thought. You want some help with just relaxing into it and finding and journeying into those experiences in the past. You can come back to this particular training and play that section once again. Okay, I hope you're really enjoying the journey, and I will see you on another training soon.